Hi friends, welcome to Geeky Rabbit. Today we will be starting with our Git series, which will help us understand about Git. First of all, we'll see what Git is, what is the need of learning Git, and then later on in our following videos, we'll try to install it on our system and we'll get our hands dirty by doing some practical work. So Git was developed by Linus Torvald in 2005. It was the same guy who had developed the Linux kernel. As you know, that Linux is an open source and developers around the world can contribute to its development by downloading a copy of it, adding the new changes, and then uploading the new copy with the new changes which will be used by others. So when anyone joins a company and starts working on a project, sometimes it becomes difficult to manage the code from different developers. Why? Let us understand with a scenario. Firstly, if you try to look for a Git definition on Google, it says something like this. Git is a free and open source distributed version control system designed to handle everything from small to very large project with speed and efficiency. So the words that are important here are distributed and version control system. Let's see a scenario of a company in which there is no version control system. So the developers develop new feature and think that the client will like it and will give a go ahead for it. But somehow the client does not likes it and asks to remove the new feature. So the developer goes ahead and deletes the new feature code from the overall code. Now, after some day, the client feels that the feature was actually good and he wants to include it in the product. So now it becomes very difficult for the developer to write the whole code again as the previous one was deleted. So without a version control system, here are a few of the problems that everyone can face. So there will be no collaboration between the team. So no records are maintained about who did the changes and when. Once saved or deleted, all changes are permanent and cannot be reverted back. Downtime may occur due to faulty update since we don't have any maintained backup. So now when we use a version control system, it records the changes of a software over time and records it in a special database called as repository as snapshots. These snapshots are called as version. We can look at our project history and check that who has made what changes, when and why. And if needed, we can also revert back the code with the help of different versions. So now version control systems falls into category that is centralized and distributed. So in a centralized system, all the team members connect to a central server to get the latest copy of code and to share the changes with others. Subversion and Microsoft Team Foundation server are two examples of it. The problem with centralized version control system is the single point of failure. If the server goes offline, the different team member cannot collaborate or save the snapshot of the project. So in here, there is a dependency on the central server. However, in distributed version control system, every team member has a copy of the project and its history on its local machine, and hence snapshot can be saved locally. If the central server is down, we can synchronize our work with other. Git and Mercurial are the best example of distributed version control system. Out of this all version control system, Git is by far the most famous software that is extensively used because it is free, it is open source, it is super fast, it is scalable, and different operations like branching and merging, which are slow and expensive in other version control system, but in Git it is very cheap. So Git is almost everywhere. Almost 90% of companies are using Git. And if you notice on every job description, Git is mentioned as a required skill. So if you are aiming for a job in the software industry, then today Git is one of the essential skills that needs to be on your resume. We should know it inside out and also we should know how to use it. So that's all for Git today. And in our next session, let us see what is GitHub and its uses. So if you like this video, kindly leave a comment and please subscribe to my channel for more and for more interesting videos. And that's all. So thank you and have a good day.